Week 16 of the NFL. Many good matchups this week. Second round of the fantasy football playoffs and playoff implications. But before we get into that, let's do our rapid fire recap of week 15. What do we got?
Saquon and Cooper Kupp single-handedly killed my fantasy season in multiple leagues. Going back on Kupp, that game was putrid.
Yeah, that game was terrible. That's like a blinking sign, neon lights. Why not to have Thursday night football? And I love it as a fan, but it does kind of take away from the game. That game was a dumpster fire. But there was some good games. I mean, you did have Lions Bills.
If that's a Super Bowl matchup, I don't see the Lions losing that game twice.
Same. Actually, I don't know. I don't know about the Lions. Which is crazy. They only lost once. Well, twice, but once in a while. Monty going down hurts them way more than we think.
I'm backing out on the Lions. I'm out.
Yeah, I
Oh
mean they
my.
lost what, six defenders?
16 defenders on IR.
Oh
Mm.
my
But Hutch will
gosh.
be back for the Super Bowl.
He'll be back for the Super Bowl.
My
It's a
takeaway
smile on
from
your
week
face.
15, I'm done sugarcoating this team. I'm done sticking up for them. I had past tense fantasy stock in them until I lost. The Texans suck. They're not a good football team. The Texans suck. Their offensive line is bottom five in the league. Nico
Mm.
Collins is a stud, but Tank Dell sucks. Dalton Schultz is sorry as ever.
Really sucks.
And I love CJ Stroud, but he sucks this year. And yeah, it's because he doesn't have time. But the sophomore slump takes no prisoners. He's having a terrible, terrible year.
I like the route you went with that because mine kind of builds off that. You ruffled one fan base's feathers. I have a bunch for you. Here's my list of teams that won't make it out of round one. There's a lot. Actually, too much. One of these teams has to win almost. Teams that won't make it out of the first round. You got the Commanders, Vikings, Texans, Broncos, Steelers, Seahawks, Falcons. Any
I-
of those teams lose in the first round.
I disagree with one of them.
The Vikings.
Yep.
I think I'm in on the Vikings, though.
Because here's the problem. If they play like Green Bay or the Lions in the first round, they can win because it's a division game.
I think those are the games I think I'm most scared for them.
They have a
They're red
sneaky
hot.
good defense.
I think Packers are a buzzsaw, and all teams should avoid them.
Every single NFC team should be terrified of the Packers.
Yeah.
The Packers could wreck your party. They're a scary, scary team, especially the Detroit Lions. I'm shaking in my boots if I draw the Packers.
Well, I was talking to Tyler about Rashawn Gary. He's a freak.
Yeah.
I don't watch Green Bay football that often. You know, Rashawn Gary as a pass rusher. I didn't realize how good he was until I watched him play 14-year-olds on the offensive line for Seattle. Abraham Lucas, 6'7", God love him. He was on his behind more than he was standing up.
God love him is right. He got worked. Yeah, the Falcons, I actually
Ooh.
don't even think make it. I don't think the Falcons
Probably not.
make it. They came out
Bucks are
today.
hot.
Yeah, the Bucks are hot. The Bucks are red hot. But the Falcons came out today. Their head coach, Raheem Morris, would not declare Kirk Cousins the starter, which is a little wild. I did call for it last week. Literally just stopped filming the podcast. Michael Penix is the starter. But
I think putting Penix in is ridiculous.
Ridiculous at this point of the season.
Absolutely ridiculous. There's no way you put Penix in unless Kirk gets injured.
Detrimental to player development. If you're like, hey, we're making a push for the playoffs, take the reins now. That's not good, I don't think.
Yeah,
it's
Kirk's
terrible on all
done.
levels.
The plan was never for what? We're gonna be on the fringe of the playoffs and then we'll send Penix out? No.
And then you have what, $200 million sitting on the bench. You're in big
Yep.
trouble. And then Kirk has to go back in. God forbid. His confidence is so low. That's how you blow it up. That's how you blow up a team.
Now, what's worse player development? If they go Penix or the thing that the Colts did this year with Richardson?
I mean, it was kind of working for a little there. Then he resorted back to hot garbage this past week.
Yeah, he went back to Anthony Richardson.
Tyler and Derek, you guys got a takeaway?
Yeah, it's not really much of a takeaway. It's kind of just like something that happened that I think is kind of funny and will never, ever happen again. Rashad Bateman's 2-touchdown game. Don't ever think about putting him in your parlay, your fantasy lineup. It's never happening again. Just stay away from that.
Wow.
Dude, I don't know if I could get on board with that.
That's
He's
like Isaiah
sneaky.
Likely 2.0 right there. There's nothing there.
He's
He
had
might
some
be
good
sneaky
games.
good.
He's had some good
He had
games.
5 targets. I mean, there's no shot. That's probably a season high.
This might be a die on the hill for Bateman. You have to die on the hill for Bateman.
He's one of the weirdest players in the entire league.
Oh,
Rashad Bateman.
yeah.
Because, I mean, you look at that game. I mean, 5 targets, 2 touchdowns. That's ridiculous usage.
Yeah, I mean, he averaged 27 yards a catch, too.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
I have an insane one. Is Rashad Bateman Quentin Johnston with Rashad Bateman expectations? Oh, that's good.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Perfect.
All
yeah,
It's
I
right.
like
perfect.
that.
Quentin Johnston will be Rashad Bateman in a year or two.
No, I
You'll have
think
no
Oh
expectation
boy.
for either.
Who's one other guy that would be in that category with
Deontay
those two?
Johnson.
He's heading there.
A.D.
He's
Mitchell.
like the vet, Quentin Johnson.
Hey, miss.
No, AD
AD
Mitchell's
Mitchell.
going to be good.
Dude, he might
AD
be
Mitchell's
heading
going to be
towards it.
good.
Listen,
No.
yeah, but that's where we were at with Johnston and Bateman in the past. Watch out. He's on that arc.
Run from it, hide from it. It's Xavier Worthy.
Oh,
I think it's
Oh,
Tank Dell.
ooh,
Oh,
ooh, I like that Tank Dell call.
it might be.
I don't think he's as good as advertised.
I think Worthy and Mahomes will just keep getting better and better.
But yeah, looking ahead, week 16 of the NFL. Let's rate the slate.
Broncos, Chargers, Thursday this week. We start the Saturday games with Houston, Kansas City, Pittsburgh, Baltimore. Go into Sunday, Minnesota against a banged up Seattle team. But then you got games like Lions, Bears, Cardinals, Panthers. You got Jags, Raiders. I'm gonna go with an A minus on this slate just because of the divisional games and implications.
Yeah, I like where your head's at. I went with a flat A. I think just the fact that there's 2 bangers on a Saturday is enough. But then you throw in some fun games like, I mean, I actually think the Buccaneers and Cowboys at night is a fun one. I think that the Dolphins and the Niners is a fun one. Cardinals,
um,
Panthers. I'd have fun watching that, which is weird to say, but I would.
I think I'm going to break this slate into two parts here. The Thursday and Saturday, A plus.
Yeah.
Sunday is a C plus. There's not a lot of potential here, but then you take it for the average, B plus overall.
I'm at a B flat mainly because I just don't have any interest in that Monday night game. Yeah, I'd rather get poked in the eye with a blunt stick. I mean, come on.
That's going to be a steamroll.
I'm gonna do what Derek did too, because I was thinking that. Also giving Thursday, Saturday an A plus, but I'm gonna change it up. I'm gonna give a B to Sunday. That slate has potential on Sunday, and besides the Monday, like Brian said, horrid.
Whenever a slate looks bad, it ends up being some close finishes. And that's what we're here for. So that's like the little appetizer. We'll get into the entree. Let's throw out our locks and upsets. Chirk.
Green Bay. That's it.
Wow. That's
That's
2
back
weeks
to
in a
back
row.
quick,
Yeah.
quick ones.
Wow.
I'm taking the red hot Buccaneers over my Cowboys, who could hopefully start tanking properly. Again, they're red hot. You don't want the Bucks right now.
I'm gonna take the hottest quarterback in football right now, ATL Kirko and the Falcons over the Giants, getting the job done. It doesn't matter if it needs to be a 15-6 game. Not the hottest quarterback in football, by the way.
Hottest name in the media,
Not even
maybe.
close.
My lock this week is going to be Joe Burrow and the Bengals over the Browns.
Mm.
It's a scary game, divisional game, but
It is scary. If it's
Oregon
DTR,
Tom-
though,
it is. Yeah, slam me down on the Bengals.
Yeah, and the Bengals are fighting. I'd love to
They
see
are.
them sneak in.
I'm going to go with Bills over the Patriots. I just think that has slaughter potential.
We did all take a different route. That might be the first time ever we've all picked a different lock. You can see the records in the bottom of our screen. 0-2 last week. Nobody. No mustaches. Good job, fellas. 2-0. Brian. And we roll the Rizzler, baby.
thanks, Riz.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Rizzler. It's like, thank you, Christian. Let's roll into our upsets.
You absolutely slammed this team, tarnished their name, and I agreed with every word you said, but I think it's time that it happens. Give me the Texans over the Chiefs.
See, I like it.
Oh.
I like it because they just shifted to a dog because Mahomes was a full participant. I think Mahomes is dinged.
I completely forgot about his injury.
Since
Yeah,
I'm
Yeah.
playing the Chiefs in fantasy playoffs, basically, I hope so.
my upset isn't going to win this week. It looked the most appetizing. I'm going to ride with the Steelers over the Ravens. We're missing both of our Steelers fans here today, but it seems like Steelers always get it done. It would be a season sweep, which I'm just now realizing, which is highly unlikely, but you never know. You never know.
Thank God they weren't on here to hear you say that.
They'd be ear to ear grinning.
Oh my. Do you hear that? Jay. Jets, 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 Jets,
Jets,
Jets.
Jets.
We're back against the Rams. Kill their season. Rodgers is hot. He might be the
Oh,
hottest quarterback in football. You see him last week?
I mean, him and Devontae looked like
Nicey.
they just got out of a time machine.
The fact that Rodgers led the Jets in rushing last week is criminal.
Oh,
That's horrid.
Yeah, Brees Hall has been bad. Bad
Bad.
year. Rodgers
Real
is
bad.
looking good. I hope he ends the Rams.
Well, I saw this game on the slate and I was like, well, this is an upset. Give me the Panthers over the Cardinals.
Wow.
Yes.
Love
Yes.
it.
I love that game, and I'll be tuning into that game.
Same.
No doubt about it.
That's an awesome pick.
that's the real game of the week.
I'm gonna do the first ever four-way upset.
Oh my
What the hell? What?
We're gonna start with the Commanders at home against the Eagles.
All right.
Then we're gonna bounce to the Jaguars on the road over the Raiders. Mac
Oh.
Jones is gonna get it done. Then we're gonna take it to the Jets game, and we're gonna take them to beat the Rams.
All right.
And then we're taking Chuba Hubbard to run it down the Cardinals' throat. Give me the
Wow,
Panthers.
Chuba Hubbard specifically.
Let's go.
What an upset.
Parlay
Bang.
that.
Man.
Parlay
You'll be a
that.
millionaire.
Yeah, that's our game picks. And did you make the video? Let's find out with our community hotline. Your guys' hot takes. Let's see how they aged.
Wait, hold on. All right, my bad. Just had to run in the bathroom.
All right, no problem. Only two of them this week, both from guys with the same last name. Nick Rinaldi said, Bijan touchdown. No. Mixon touchdown. No. Oh, God. Come on. You've been pretty bad these last few weeks. McLaurin with either 35 plus fantasy points or 5-0. I know he didn't have 35 plus, but he had a 2-touchdown game. Could have been a 5-touchdown game. So I'm going to give you that. Seattle gets blown out. Okay, so you finished strong. And Ron Rinaldi, Debo 25 rushing and a touchdown.
He stinks, Debo.
He's sorry. He's real sorry.
Poor
So only
excuse.
two. Let's get those numbers up. Only 2 hot takes this week. If you're watching this video, comment your hottest take below, and you'll be in the video next week. And to finish us off, take a look in the upper right hand of your screen. That's your cue. If you think it's you, it probably is.
I'm in my screen. I'm in the top upper right.
Did I miss something?
I thought you were gonna do something with the guy.
Nah, I was just letting you close it out with him there.
All right, yeah, we'll close it out. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next week.